Central New York and Syracuse real estate market watch update. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these videos. I figured it was an opportune time now that we're at the 1st of May to kind of highlight the real estate market as it sits, current pandemic crisis, where we've come and where we may be heading as far as the real estate market here in Syracuse. So I wanted to share my screen and show you some stats that are available through the MLS as far as the real estate market goes and home sales. So this is a graph of single family homes that were listed between, or maybe listed between, $100,000 and $200,000. No particular bedrooms, no particular bathrooms, just the price range on single family homes. The average price range, or the average value of a home in Syracuse and Central New York, is typically right around $160,000. So if you look at this graph coming from, let's say, January of this year, they had a median sales price of 144.2. Typically in the stats that I've seen, they've been on around $160,000, but this has it at 144.2. Well, it rose till the end of April at 145,000, according to InfoSparks. New listings in Syracuse and Central New York. Well, January we had approximately 4,100 new listings. It went up in February as the weather was decent and cooperating. Then March hit, and it's tanked ever since. So we're down, according to this, is 3,800 new listings in Syracuse. It's the month of April. If you look at April of 2019, it was at 42, almost 4,300 new listings. So we're well off the normal mark. Current homes for sale has gradually decreased. Our home inventory has been notoriously low, even pre and current pandemic. Month supply of homes at that price range has steadily gone down and plateaued off this year. We're at right around 2 months worth of inventory. It's drastically low for the amount of buyers that are out there. We are still very much in a seller's market. You may see experts online and in the news talking about a shift in the real estate market, a potential shift due to financial situations to a neutral or buyer's market. Hasn't happened quite yet here in Syracuse, but there are a number of financial factors that go into that as people feel the stress of having financial constraints, loss of job, a furlough, the inability to pay mortgages. That all will play a factor in the months ahead. Now, with mortgage forbearance, before you go into a forbearance on your mortgage payments, make sure you do your research. Make sure it's not going to hurt you on the other end. Make sure it's not going to hurt you with interest rates or your mortgage rates. You don't want to put yourself in a worse financial position by asking for a mortgage payment forbearance just to get through these next few months. Now, if you look at the days on the market for homes for sale, it has steadily gone down, and since the beginning of the year, it's really gone down to the point where it's at, most homes that are for sale on average are, well, that's median. Let's switch to average. Most home on sale, they put an average of 32 days. I think this is more close to it. The good and great homes only last on the market for a number of days. So in these days, as a buyer, even as a seller, you need to prepare yourself for multiple offer situations. Any of the homes that are listed that are in good or great condition, that are in high demand areas, will have multiple offers on them. I have written a number of offers in the last month. Believe it or not, I've written a number of offers in the last month. All of these homes had at least 3 offers, if not more, on them over the course of the last month. Now, pending sales, as you can tell, from March till the end of April, have steadily dropped off. Closed sales have gradually dropped off. As the financial markets, as the state, as the region prepares to reopen post-pandemic, it could be this month, it could be August. But at some point this summer, when the real estate market reopens, you will see a boom in the real estate market, because as people get back to work, They're going to get back to their home search. They're going to get back to wanting to buy homes. Mortgage rates are still extremely low. I saw a mortgage rate just the other day at 3.125%. I mean, that's just outstanding. The financial markets are in a wreck, but the real estate markets are not so much. Now, this is not the 2008 real estate crisis. The 2008 crisis was very different from this current financial crisis. The 2008 crisis, especially in the real estate world, you had subprime lending that was going on. You had no doc lending that was going on. People were getting mortgages for $300,000 homes when they only could afford $100,000 homes. There was plenty of homes available. That is not the situation right now. That was caused by the financial and real estate markets, that crisis. This current crisis, this current shutdown was self-imposed. It wasn't because of, prior to this, the financial markets were never better. So this was self-imposed, this current situation. The factor that's playing into what's going on right now is the loss of jobs and furloughs. So if we can reopen the economy and reopen the country in the safest way possible and get people back to work, that will ultimately help the financial markets. But this was caused for health reasons and not for practices that were going on in the real estate market. So these are two totally different decades, two totally different situations. So if you're sitting on the sidelines wondering if you can time the real estate market, good luck. Nobody's ever really been able to time the real estate or the financial markets. So do your research, keep an eye on the market. If you're not ready to buy right now because you don't think it's safe, completely understandable. But keep an eye on the markets, make sure the mortgage rates don't creep up, make sure the home inventories don't suddenly skyrocket. I don't see that happening. We're just too low for it to, we'd have to be over 6 months worth of inventory to really shift into neutral or buyer's market. We got a long way to go to get to that point. So this is the information and your real estate market update and your market watch. If you have any questions at all, drop me a comment or send me a DM. Let me know if there's anything at all I can do for you. And with that, have a great and safe weekend.